Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brian with Dr. Fowler's coming at you today with another short little video. Today we're going to be patterning our Browning A5 with a different variety of shells, seeing which shells shoot better and which shells pattern better out of our gun. Now, as you can see, I bought a variety of shells here, and I bought anywhere from some of the cheapest shells, as is Rio and them Federals, to the most expensive shells. Last year we shot the heavy steel and we shot the blind side. And I started off shooting the blind shot side, then I went to the heavy steel, and these shot well in our guns. But today, I want to see if the more expensive shells pattern better than the cheapest shells. Why spend $300 for a case of shells when you can buy the Rios or the Federal Speed Shoks for $100 for a case if they shoot and pattern just as well? Now take it, if they don't pattern as well, I'm gonna buy whatever patterns the best out of my gun. And those Hevi Shot and Hevi Steel last year patterned real good. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna take care of some business today and have a little gunpowder therapy. All right guys, the first one we're gonna shoot is a heavy hammer. That's that right there. That's the target we got set up. And we're gonna be shooting about 25 yards, 25 to 30 yards at the target. So y'all just stay tuned. All right, here goes the heavy hammer. This is why I like a forward choke. All of that right there. Now I probably pulled a little bit. I don't have a rest or anything like that. But you can see hardly nothing is on here. Everything is right in here. And look at the kill shot right there. Next up, it's a Winchester blind side. You can really tell a difference in that 1 3/8 ounce shot charge than the 1 1/4. You can tell a difference. That blind side kicked a little more than those other ones. And man, look at the pattern on that. I mean, look at that right there. That's unreal. Almost everything is in here and not right there. All right, next up is the Winchester Super X. Look at that tight pattern. That's a good shot too. Look, you barely have any out here. All right, next we have the Browning Wicked Wing. They shot a little higher than the other one. All right, next you got the Kent Fast Steel 2.0. Not a bad pattern right here. A little higher, but it still shot a good pattern. That may be me pulling up, but man, look at the grouping right there. Next up is the heavy metal. Got a good grouping right here, and then the rest of it's high. I guarantee you this is the bismuth rounds, and this is their steel rounds up here. I've heard from a lot of people that they believe that the heavy metal rounds, the bismuth shoots a tight group, then it'll throw the steel shot off. That's why a lot of people are starting to go away from this heavy metal. That's still a good shot, real good grouping for the bismuth, for that round. But look and see how many pellets you got up here. All of this needs to be down here also. Next we got the Federal Blackcloud. People swear by these. I've never shot them. They got a good pattern. That's got a lot of kill shots right here. You got some on top. It's overall a decent pattern. All right, now we got the Winchester Dry Lok Super Steel. Man, what a group right there, son. Look at all that. Look, you only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19. You only got about 19 off the target right there. That is a good pattern right there. All right, next we got Federal Speed Shot. This is the case of shell that a lot of people shoot because of the price. It's like $90 a case. Sometimes you can find it with like a $40 rebate. Makes them real cheap to shoot. See how they do. Tell you what, it's not bad at all. Good grouping. I'm impressed. All right, next up is the Rio Blue Steel. A lot of people shoot these because of the price, and they say they shoot good. I've never shot them. I'm gonna see how they do though. Man, I can look at that tail right now. That is an excellent pattern. Good night. Look at that right there. Good God. Tell me that ain't a dead bird. I mean, look at this group. Y'all don't, and I'm telling you, for y'all people who don't shoot a 4 choke, you're missing out. I mean, look at this pattern right here. Now you got to be a good shot, but I'm telling you, if you learn to shoot a 4 choke and shoot one well of what shells you shoot, how your gun shoots, you can kill more birds. Look at this Rio. I'm surprised that Rio pattern as good as it did. Good night. All right, guys. Next up is the Hevi Steel. This is what I shot all last year. I did pretty good with it. I've never patterned like this before, but we kill birds with them. See how they pattern. Not a bad pattern. They're all in this area right here. It could be me pulling off a little bit, but we still got a lot of good kill shots. Not a bad group. Hey guys, I tell you what, I had a great time doing this video, shooting my shotgun and shooting all those different types of shells and made by different manufacturers and everything to see which one patterned best. I went through them, looked at each group, and numbered them of what I thought was the best all the way down to what I thought was the worst. I'm gonna go through the bottom 6. I did a top 5, then I did a bottom 6. I'm gonna go through the bottom 6 real fast. The one I thought did the worst was actually, believe it or not, the heavy metal. And these come in at $270 a case. And the reason why I thought they would do the worst because everything was just so high on here. Had some kill shots, but it's just too much up here to even put this in the top 5. Next would be the Browning Wicked Wing. Comes in at $110 a case. Same thing, just too much junk going on up here. I didn't like the way this looked, didn't like the way it patterned. Next one will be, and I'm surprised at this, but the heavy steel. This is what I shot all last year, 75% of the time. Comes in at $150 a case, but it's just too much junk up here. You know, all this right here needs to be down here. And it did not pattern as well as I thought it was going to pattern at all. Number 8 would be the Kent. And the Kent's kind of just all over the place. You got a bunch up here. You only got a few pellets in the kill zone. Everything is kind of just high. And it's not bad, but it's just not good enough to make the top 5. And this comes in at $130 a case. The next one will be the Heavy Hammer. Comes in at $190 a case. None of the Hevi Shot rounds made the top 5. I'm really surprised at that. There's just too much stuff over here. Now this is number 6, and I had a hard time not putting this into my top 5 because this is a good pattern. Good overall pattern. Just had too much stuff at the very top. Not on target. It's a Federal Blackcloud. Comes in at $200 a case. All right, now, I know y'all all been waiting for this. This is my top 5. This is the 5 that I thought did the best and patterned the best out of my gun. Number 5 will be the Winchester Blindside. I mean, look at this. Look how tight of a group, how tight of a pattern that is right there. That's excellent. It comes in at $220 a case. I shot this last year, and the reason why I quit shooting this, honestly, was because the heavy steel was cheaper. I mean, it's $220 a case. Heavy steel, I think, what, $150, I think what it was. All right, number 4 would be the Winchester Super X. I mean, look at this right here. Look how much of a good pattern that is right there. A lot of kill shots. Comes in at $110 a case. Real cheap, affordable to shoot this, and it shoots that good of a pattern. I was really surprised. Number 3 is the Federal Speed Shok. And I was extremely surprised about this. $90 a case. And look at this group. Look at it. Hardly anything off the target. It's excellent. And now I know why people shoot these. I got a buddy of mine who swears by them. He does not shoot anything else but these. Jim Cobb, shout out to you. He told me about these. It's all he will ever shoot, him and his daddy. And I see why. It's an excellent, excellent pattern. And it's only $90 for a case. And you can find these with a $40 rebate. All right, the next one, number 2, will be the Winchester Dry Lok. Comes in at $220 a case. And this is just an excellent pattern. Absolutely excellent. Very few off target. Great pattern. A little expensive, pricey, but overall good pattern. The number 1 is the Rio. I mean, this is ungodly a good pattern for $90 a case. I mean, look at this. You can almost cover it up with one hand. I will be shooting Rio this year, I promise you. To give a little summary about the top 5, 3 out of the 5 are $100 a case. That just goes to show you don't have to buy the expensive shells, the name brand shells that you see on TV. There's a reason why those shells cost so much. It's because they got to pay for all that advertisement. You know, those Rios or those Federal Speed Shots and the Winchester Super X, excellent pattern. Tremendously great pattern, and they're a good price to where it's not going to break your bank to shoot them. Another thing I was surprised at by doing this is none of the Hevi Shot came close to making top 5. And Winchester had 3 in the top 5. The Blindside and the Dry Lok, those are pretty expensive at $220 a case. Then you got the Super X, which is right at $100 a case. You can get those at Walmart. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna shoot the Rios, and I'm gonna shoot the Federal Speed Shots, and I may buy a box or 2 of the Dry Lok to throw in there to see which one I kill more birds with. Because shooting on the target is one thing, but when you're actually shooting at birds, it's something else. And all y'all know that. Anyway, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Comment below of which one you think patterned the best. If you agree with my top 5, if you don't agree, what would you put in there as your top 5? If there's anything different you would do, and comment below, let me know. Y'all have a good day and God bless.